everybody, and welcome to Doubleheader Football here on NBC. I'm here along with Dick Enberg, along with Merlin Olsen, as we bring today's game between the 1978 Houston Oilers and the 1999 St. Louis Rams. It's going to be my debut game in the Greatest Teams League. I was able to find my original Greatest Teams list, and I wanted to get it to my laptop and be able to stream this. So I'm going to go ahead and I was doing 79 before, but I was having a lot of problems with the teams, the ratings. I know these are teams that I made personally, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of do something here. We're going to be doing the 81 schedule. So the newer teams won't be involved. The Indianapolis Colts won't be involved. We'll have the Baltimore Ravens instead. We have a Baltimore Colts team. We'll see how that works out. We'll see if we'll throw them in the mix. But we know Jacksonville, no teams from that, no new teams from there, no Houston Texans type thing. We'll have the Oilers here, and we'll have the St. Louis Rams in 1999. The Oilers are about to receive the football. This is the 78 Oilers and 1999 St. Louis Rams. We debut the Greatest Teams League here on Sports Time Machine. Let's get this going. Let's play some football. Again, the computer play itself. I'll take over occasionally as the manager in case we need to predict situations done. So both teams will stay on balanced offense, and we're off. So the Oilers will take over first and 10. Looks like I have an offensive screen. I don't know. I'll take that off. So drops that pass reading, drops it off, and a big gain. That is a huge gain in the first down. Earl Campbell, gain of 13 yards. So that is a huge play for Earl. And the Rams are going to have to be careful now. They have to be able to stop this call. And let's see what they do. They hand it to Campbell. That's a gain of 4. Grant Wistrom on the tackle. 2nd and 6. Pastorini comes back up to the huddle. He drops back, hands it back to Campbell at nothing. He's stuffed up the middle this time by Grant Wistrom. So 3rd and 7 for the Oilers. They're wearing their powder blue. The Los Angeles Rams decided to wear their whites here, or St. Louis Rams decided to wear the whites at home. There's a catch and a first down. Earl Campbell out of the backfield. Ray Agnew on the tackle for the Rams. 1st and 10 Oilers. Oilers will drop straight back. Again, they'll hand it off. It's going to go to Campbell around the edge. But again, he's stopped cold by Mike Jones. So 2nd and 8, Houston from their own 49-yard line. Already taking a chunk of this clock out. Pastorini will drop straight back. He'll look, and it's caught and catch. Mike Renfro, gain of 15 yards. Mike Jones on the tackle for the Rams. 1st and 10 from the Rams, 34-yard line. Just getting underway here in St. Louis at the RCA Dome. Drops straight back. Campbell gains of 3. Lorenzo Styles on the tackle for the Rams. 2nd and 7 from the 31. We'll see if the Oilers keep the ball on the ground here. I formation. Again, they hand the ball to Campbell, but he's stopped quick again by Grant Wistrom. He has been the guy. He's been shadowing Campbell right now with a bunch of tackles. 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line. Let's see if Tony Fritz may have to come out here. It's going to be a shotgun for Pastorini. Incomplete to Billy White Shoe Johnson. 4th and 7, a 48-yard attempt, and it's good. Tony Fritz, the little guy, the little elf, gets the field goal. At 3-0 Houston with 5:20 off the clock, and the Rams will get the ball first, and it's a turnover. The Oilers will get it back, and very cool, number 39 gets it back for the Oilers. So the Oilers will get the ball and Ram field position, 1st and 10 at the Ram 30. Hands the ball off to Campbell. Not much. Oh, he gets a little bit. Gets 4. Ray Agnew on the tackle. 2nd and 6 now from the 26-yard line. Pastorini's drop straight back. One back to back. Drop straight back. Pastorini's tackled hard. A big sack by the St. Louis Rams defense. This time, Grant Wistrom gets the sack for the Rams. 3rd and 14 again from the 34. Not an automatic for him right now. Play action pass. Look at another sack. Pastorini brought down Grant Wistrom, and Houston will have to punt it from there. So you get the ball in great field position. A bad kick, 43 yards in the end zone. Nets only 22. And the Rams, the greatest show on earth, takes the ball. Warner with his first possession hands the ball, and that's going to be Marshall Faulk. Faulk with a gain of 5. Steve Kiner on the tackle for the Oilers. Dick Vermeil on the sideline for the Rams. Tom Phillips on the sideline for the Oilers. High formation. Hands the ball back to Faulk. He gets about 4. Robert Brazil, the all-pro linebacker. 3rd and 1 for the 29. Rams need to get a first down here, trying to generate something. Can they get the first down? They'll hand the ball off and get the first down. Robert Holcomb, the fullback, gets a couple yards. And the Rams will start a fresh set it down. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Dropping straight back to Kirk. Oh, Warner went for the pass for Roland Williams. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 10 for their own 32. The Houston Oilers dropping straight back here. Let's see what Warner does. He hands the ball to Faulk. Gets maybe 4. Elvis Bethea, an excellent defensive tackle for the Oilers. 3rd and 6 from their own 36-yard line. Warner drops straight back. He looks, and gets the catch. This time to Roland Williams, 9 yards, resets the first down, and the Rams have a first down at their own 45-yard line. Time clicking fast here in the first period of this ball game. Hands the ball off. We have a fumble, and it is a fumble, and the Oilers will get the ball back. Elvin Bethea will recover for the Oilers, and the Oilers will get it 1st and 10 from their own pack. The Ram 47. So the Oilers with their 3rd possession. Excellent field position. He goes for the home run. Pastorini drops straight back. He gets a receiver. Kenny Burrow. Gain of 10. 1st and 10 from the Ram 37-yard line. Let's see what Pastorini does here. He drops straight back and hands it to Campbell. He gets off, but he can't get off. So Ray Agnew on the tackle. 2nd and 8. 3:31 to play in the first period. Fast moving. Oilers with a 3-point lead. Tony Fritz a field goal early. Dropping straight back is Pastorini. Drops it straight off. Gets a catch of 6 yards. Lorenzo Styles saves the first down. 3rd and a short 2 for the Oilers. Frisch has range if he needs it. Let's see if they go to him here. Dropping straight back to Campbell. No gain. Big stop by Kevin Carter. And again, a 46-yard by Frisch, and it's good. So Tony Frisch kicks a couple bombs, and the Oilers take a 6-0 lead. So Frisch, a couple big kicks and a big run back by the Rams. But a legal use of the hands will send them halfway back. So the Rams start 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line, down by 6. RCA Dome here in St. Louis, opening day. The catch. Oh, James Huggins with the catch. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Got to get that one. It was almost picked off, too. Minute and a half left in the first. Oilers holding commanding first period lead of 6-0. Rams, that's a first down for the Rams. That's Marshall Faulk. He can catch out of the backfield better than most. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Greatest show on earth. You got to get greatest show on turf. Got to give them this. Their offense is lightning. Warner looking. Throws incomplete for Torrey Holt. 2nd and 7 from their own 24-yard line. Oilers secondary strong, but these Ram receivers will be able to extend them deep if need be. Warner hands it off to Faulk, and a nice game by Faulk. He thought he was going to get stopped there, but he swung it to the outside. He beat a defender, as you see on the replay, and gets a huge first down. What a run by Marshall Faulk. Gain of 17 yards. Mike Reinfeldt with the tackle. 1st and 10 for their own 41-yard line. hands the ball off. That is going to be a gain of 4. Elvin Bethea on the tackle. 2nd and 6 from the 45-yard line. Last play of the first period. Hands it off back to Falk. Oh, no, a big game there. Robert Holcomb, the fullback, gets 11, and that is your first period. So at the end of 1, it's 6-0 Houston as we come back to the RCA Dome here in St. Louis. I believe the RCA Dome. Let's see. We'll probably be able to ask Google that just to be on the safe side. 1999 St. Louis Rams. They call them the Cardinals. St. Louis. Let's see. Greatest show on turf. We'll take a second here. Timeout. Let's look at the Los Angeles St. Louis Rams. 13-3. They were first in the NFC West, coached by Dick Vermeil. First in offense, 4th in defense. They beat Minnesota 49-37 in the divisional round. They won the conference championship 11-6 versus Tampa Bay, and then won the Super Bowl 23-16. If you remember that game, the Titans were within 1 yard of tying that game up, but was caught at the 1-yard line. Offensive coordinator is Mike Martz. Defensive coordinator is Peter Juta. Let's look more at this team. We want to know about their home fields and stuff like that. It was a TWA Dome, something like that. And now let's look at their offense. Kurt Warner, all NFL, all everything was on this team. He led the league in percentage, led the league in touchdowns, led the league in success, led the league in yards per catch, and had a 109.2 percentage. And with all of that, he was first team All-Pro, first team NFL. He had a total of 4,353 yards on the passing game. Marshall Faulk had 1,381 yards rushing, while he had 2 receivers. Faulk had 87 catches. Wow. Faulk had 80. Let's look at this again and make sure. Is that correct? That Faulk actually had 87 catches for 1,048 yards? Was he at 1,000 that year? Isaac Bruce had 77 catches for 1,165. Torrey Holt had 52 catches for 788. So yes, the St. Louis team is dynamic. Let's get back to the game. The Rams with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Oilers 44-yard line. Greatest show on turf. Around the edges, Falk gets a good game, but he's brought down by Ted Washington, gain of 1. But number 13, so Warner comes out of the football game. Oh my. And he'll go back to the tent. They think he'll come back fairly soon. Let's see if they hand the ball to Falk. Nope, they're going to try to throw it incomplete to Torrey Holt. So 3rd and 9 for the Rams. Let's see if I can find out who their backup quarterback is. I didn't think I was going to need to know this, to be honest. And that's going to be a good catch by Falk. The gain of 6, brought down short, and the field goal is good. So the Rams get 3 points back to make this 7-3 ball game. As we see if we can find out a little more information here. The Oilers will take over. Oh, the Oilers take over with a great return. Let's look at it real quick. So was number 81 for the Oilers with a 54-yard kickoff return. Wow, sorry about that. We were in a commercial break, as they said. Ken Burrow incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now. From the Ram 43, again, the Oilers with good field position here with just the start of the 2nd period. Dropping straight back at Pastorini. Looks caught. Big catch there by Kenny Burrow. Gain of 18. And now a 1st and 10 from the Ram 25-yard line. Rams offense trying to come around here. The Oiler offense. Dropping straight back at Pastorini. Looks in. He makes the catch. Mike Renfro, gain of 14. So 1st and 10 from the Ram 11-yard line. Dan Pastorini running this Oiler offense. He hands the ball back. A great run and a touchdown. Earl Campbell. So the big running back, number 34 from the University of Texas, 11-yard rush. And the Oilers had taken a 13-3 lead with 13:02 to play in the first half. So the Oilers come out trucking. They give up the field goal. They get the excellent return, and then they mow down the field quick. A Campbell 11-yard touchdown, and here we go. The Rams will take over down 10. Again, Warner not in the game. They'll hand the ball to Falk for a gain of 4. That'll be a hold. That'll drop all the way back down there. That's 1st and 20 back at the 13. Rams brand new football game here at the TWA Dome. Dropping straight back, looking, throwing, and it's incomplete to Torrey Holt. Again, Kurt Warner not in this game right now. He's on the sideline. He's due to come back momentarily, they say. Dropping straight back here. Let's see. He looks and gets the big catch. Big gain of 16 yards. Roland Williams. So it's a 3rd and short 4 from their own 29. Let's see if the Rams are aggressive here. It's going to be a shotgun. He's going to look and throw, and he gets the catch. Isaac Bruce, gain of 16 yards and a Ram first down. So 1st down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. The Ram offense on the field here. Again, up the middle is going to be Robert Holcomb for 2, and that's it all. A first down, a 15-yard personal foul penalty against Bumphill's team. Holcomb will go out. He is their fullback, so a big part of their game. So fullback is out there. So Falk's mate is out right now. They're going to hand the ball off. Play action pass looking intercepted by the Oilers. Another turnover. And it's going to be Bill Courier. So the Oilers will get the football back. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. And the Rams have 3 turnovers in the first half of week 1 of the Greatest Teams League. So now Pastorini drops straight back. Looks incomplete to Kenny Burrow. That's going to be a 2nd down with 11:11 to play here in the first half. Oilers early dominating. Let's see what the Oilers do with a 2nd and 10. They hand the ball. They do to Campbell. He gets a good gain. He gets about 4 before Grant Wistrom. 3rd and 6 right now. 3rd and 6 from the 28-yard line. This could be a big gain. Let's see what happens. Dropping straight back his pass. Go looking. It caught and a huge catch. What a catch. Oh, he dropped straight back. That was probably Mike Renfro. There he is, slicing the defense. That will be a huge gain and a first down. But Mike Barber, the tight end, 52 yards. Kurt Warner has his helmet on. He'll return when they get their next possession. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The Oilers looking to blow this one out early. Hands the ball back to Campbell for 5. Mike Jones on the tackle. What a first half for Dan Pastorini and these Oilers. Taking advantage of these mistakes. Hands the ball off to Campbell. He gets a holding against the Oilers. 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15 for the Oilers. Dropping straight back against Pastorini. He does. He's going to roll out. Looking, gets a cut, but no. Crushed early. Gain of only 3 yards. 3rd down and 12. 3rd and 12. Pastorini drops straight back. Looking, incomplete. That'll be a field goal attempt again for Tony Frisch. He'll come out and kick it. It's good. So the Oilers opening up a 16-3 lead here in the first half with 3 field goals. And now the Rams, an offside, they'll re-kick this back. There'll be 9 minutes left. Kurt Warner's ready to come back out. He'll take it back, and he's only dropped back. So again, they'll get a legal hold. So the Rams, again, starting with a penalty at their own 7-yard line. So Kurt Warner will have to start really from a shot of his own end zone. Hands the ball to Marshall Falk, trying to get a good start. Only gets about 3. James Young on the tackle. 2nd and 7. We'll see if missing their fullback is going to be a huge deal. Warner dropping back. He looks. Here he goes up the middle's Falk. He gets a big gain. Here goes Falk up the sidelines, and he brought down a trap play by Marshall Falk. He got loose in the secondary, and he was gone. He could go all the way, as Chris Berman would say. Going down the sidelines and finally dropped down probably around the 25-yard line, 63 yards, no penalties. 1st and 10 at the Oilers' 27. We'll see if the Oilers keep their running game here. Let them be the fullback. This is going to be by Amp Lee, gain of 3. Came to play fullback after the Holcomb injury. 2nd and 7 from the 24-yard line. Greatest show on turf. Trying to get going here. Up the middle, Marshall Falk. That's a gain of 7. 1st down and 10 now at the Oilers' 17-yard line. Oilers with the lead, but do I feel comfortable with a 13-point lead? No, but this Ram team is dynamic. Dropping straight back and a call and a touchdown. Touchdown Rams, and that will come from Kurt Warner. Welcome back, Kurt, to Isaac Bruce for 17. Extra point good. We have a football game, 16-10. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Oilers will get the kickoff. It's a short kick, but he only brings it out to the 29. Oilers will come out with less than 6 to play. 6-point lead. Pastorini, play action. Oh, and he is sacked. He could not get loose. And Ray Agnew with a huge tackle. 2nd and 17 from their own 22-yard line. So now Pastorini in trouble. 2nd and long. The Ram defense, and they get another sack. Big sack in by Grant Wistrom. 3rd down and 24. So Pastorini's lack of mobility is hurting him here. We'll see what they do. Dropping back, looking incomplete to Mike Barber. And now the Oilers will have to punt. And they give Kurt Warner a chance to do something here. Here comes a good return, but another legal use of the hands on the Rams. So 1st and 10 from their own 26. 4:23 to play in the first half. Let's see if they hand the ball off. They do. They hand it off to Falk around the side. Doesn't, maybe only gets a yard. James Young on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Less than 4 to play. First half, week 1 of the Greatest Teams League. 1978 Oilers, 1999 St. Louis Rams. Throws outside as Warner. Gain of 7 for Falk. Greg Bingham with the tackle. 3rd and 2 from the 34. Can the Rams get a big first down here? 3rd down. Hands the ball up the middle. No, we cannot. Great play by James Young. And the Oilers will get the ball before the end of the half. They basically go 3 and out. The Oilers come out 1st and 10 from their own 24. They got to get protection for Pastorini up front. Dropping straight back. Throws. Big catch is made. That's how you split the defense. That is Pastorini looking down the sidelines, and he gets the big catch. That should be Renfro and not Barber. It is 31 yards and a big first down. Number 51 for the Rams is out for the rest of the game. He is taken off. He will not return. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Hands it straight off. Big run by Campbell, but a holding penalty. And Bum Phillips is not happy with that one. 16-10 Oilers with 3 to play first half. 1st and long. Let's see if the Rams bring the boom here. Pastorini drops go. He hands the ball to Campbell. Gets a big gain. He gets it almost all the way back. Oh, my goodness. The big Texas running back runs and runs and runs. Brings him down after 18 yards. Dexter McCloin on the tackle. It's a 2nd and 2. So a big game by Earl. And let's see if the Oilers do here on a 2nd and 2. They hand the ball back to Campbell, and he stopped. Oh, what a play by Grant Wistrom. And a 2-minute warning here at the TWA Dome. It's 16-10 Oilers. So far, 216 and 194 total offense for the Rams. Here we go. 3rd and short. Drops it straight back, and he is sacked So Kurt Warner is sacked, or I should say, Pastorini is sacked. Field goal is good. Oh my goodness! And a long kick, I believe, again by Tony Fritsch. Wow, what a kick by Fritz. 50 plus yards. Kickoff return is for 37. So give me one moment, please. I gotta look at Fritz's rating. That is just insane. Holy cow. That is Fritz. He's a 98. Jesus Christ, that's way over than he should be. Unless he was an all-pro everything. I may have to lower Mr. Fritz. I think he has a little steroid in him. We'll go ahead and advance that back to the game again. That might be a little bit of a misnomer. Again, we'll drop back. Oilers now a 9-point lead, and this time Kurt Warner is sacked. Ted Washington. So this time the Oilers bring the boom and the big defense. 2nd and 16 for Warner. This time he'll go and he'll split for Roland Williams, the tight end. 3rd and 16. Let's see if the Oilers bring pressure here. They don't want to make a mistake at the end of the half, though. Let's see what happens. Rolling is Warner. And again, he's got bringing the boom and the sack. Robert Brazil, the all-pro linebacker. So Kurt Warner is sacked twice on this drive. And the Houston Oilers, with a 9-point lead, a minute to play in the half, seem to have a lead going into intermission. Dropping straight back, looking at Pastorini is mugged badly. Todd F. Collins gets the sack. 2nd and 17. So a 2nd and 17. Again, Pastorini gets a big catch. Oh, it's a hold against the Oilers. So a 14-yard gain is negated. 2nd and 27 now. And Bud Phillips cannot be happy with this right now, with the penalties being called. Pastorini looking, and he's sacked immediately. Mike Jones, a big 8-yard sack. So a 3rd and 35. Don't make any mistakes here. Let's see what happens. Drop straight back, looks in, complete to Mike Renfro. And the Rams will get one more opportunity. Maybe if they can get a good return, but it's going to be a roughing the kicker and an automatic first down. Oh my goodness, Vic Vermeil is livid, and the Oilers will get a new set of downs to play with. What a bad call that was. So a gain of 4 by Campbell. Collins on the tackle. They call their Oilers call a timeout. Let's see if that's going to help them out. Pastorini just hands the ball to Campbell for 3. Marco Farr on a tackle. This should be the last play of the first half. And we're going to intermission. This probably will be a long pass to nowhere. I've seen this pass maybe completed once. Rose incomplete to Mike Renfro. That is the first half. Let's go ahead and look at the stats so far. Marshall Faulk, 12 carries, 111 yards. Campbell, 16 carries, 73 yards. Let's see if we can look at these stats a little differently. Let's freeze them again. So Warner, 5 of 8 for 48 yards. His backup was 3 for 6. Pastorini, 9 for 16 for 157. Again, let's go look at the stats a little further. Let's go do this again. Let's see if we can freeze the stats. For the Rams, they had a couple guys with 3 catches for 31 yards. The Oilers, 3 catches for 60 yards. Remember the catch made by Mike Barber, 1 catch for 52 yards. Let's get back to the football game. No. Let's not do a new game. So 1st and 10 Rams from their own 19-yard line, start of the second half. Hands the ball back to Faulk. He gets a big gain. Marshall Faulk rips one there. The Oilers could not stop that one. As you can see, he hit the sidelines. There is no one on that Oilers secondary that could keep up with Marshall Faulk. He was off to the races and finally brought down after a 35-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the Oiler 46. Let's see what the Rams do here. Warner's going to go and hits the tight end. Oh, Roland Williams, they're calling a clip. Another huge penalty here. The referee's going crazy on penalties. 11 penalties total in this football game. So now let's see what the Rams do. Shotgun formation. Warner throws and makes that catch over the middle. What a catch. Warner had all the time in the world. Hit his big receiver over the middle. That was Riley Isaac Bruce for a first down. Gets loose. That is again. He called it back. Offensive pass interference against Bruce. Holy penalties here against the Rams. Vermeil is livid. Holy cow. Again, hands the ball off, and he gets 6. Falk, Kiner on the tackle, and number 57 is out for the rest of the game. So again, the Oilers getting some injuries. Second down now, 29 at the 35. 19-10 Houston in the third. Again, Falk getting stacked. Oh, Warner is tackled. Ted Washington from his linebacking position. 3rd and 36. You know the Oilers are going to bring heat. The Rams have to find a way to avoid it right now. No, it looks like they're going to play back. Dropping straight back, looking, and hits the running back out of the backfield, and nothing there. Robert Holcomb is tackled by Greg Bingham, and the Houston Oilers defense will hold. The Oilers get a mini return. They'll get the ball after around 40, and they'll take over for the first time here in the second half. Pastorini with the ball. You're looking, rolls out a little bit. Incomplete for Mike Renfro. Renfro almost had his hands and dropped it. 2nd and 10 for Mount Ford. Let's see if they go back to Earl here. The Earl. Let's see if they do that. 2nd and 10. Nope. Drop back is Pastorini. Hits his running back out of the backfield. Good catch by Campbell. Collins on the tackle. 3rd and a short 2. Let's see if the Rams play short defense. Short yardage, and the Oilers go for the first down with Campbell here. Let's see what they do. No, he drops straight back. He makes a great catch. Rob Carpenter, the fullback, gets the running back catch. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. The Oilers have possession with about 11 minutes to play. And he straight back, high formation, Pastorini looks, and is that a catch or interception? That could be an interception for the Rams. Let's see. It is an interception. An interception for the Rams. So the Rams will get that back. It will be Todd Light, the defensive back from Notre Dame. 1st and 10 Rams. So the Rams will get it back here. So the Rams get a big pick. Let's see what the Rams do here. Again, it's going to be Warner dropping straight back, looking incomplete to Torrey Holt. Warner looking for a home run ball. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Rams finally get a turnover. Let's see if they can take advantage of it here. Hands the ball to Falk. That's a good play. He's running wild. Gain of 6. Ed Washington on a tackle. 3rd and 4 from the 34. Ram trying to take advantage. See if they can do it. 3rd and short yardage. Hands the ball back to Falk up the middle. He got it. Yes, he does. He moves the chains, and the Falk is going to be out for the rest of the half. That's a huge play of this football game. They cannot lose Warner. They can't lose Falk. So let's see what the Rams can do without Marshall Falk on this team. Up the middle, they hand the ball back to Robert Holcomb, gain of 4. You can see Falk on the sidelines. The helmet is off. It does not look good. 2nd and 6 from the 42-yard line. Dropping straight back, looking at it. Catch. Big catch by Torrey Holt, gain of 15. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of the Oilers. Oilers by 9. 9 minutes to play here in the third period. Dropping, running back around the edge. They're getting some gains. Gain of 6 for Robert Holcomb. They're giving their fullback a chance to see if you can do something with the football. 2nd and 4 from the Oilers 37. Warner back, looking. Do they run the ball? Yes, they do, but nothing there this time. Elvin Bethea stops Robert Holcomb. 3rd and 5 from the 38. You would think this is within field goal range for the Ram kicker. They just need to get a little bit closer. Dropping back. No, they're going to run the ball. They stay conservative. Not probably the smartest choice. Ted Washington on the tackle. Number 65 on the Oilers is out now for the rest of the half. The field goal is good, and it's 19-13 Oilers. with 7:46 to play in the third period. Everyone, please, if you're here, please like if you can. Please subscribe if you have not. I appreciate it. This is week 1 of the Greatest Teams League. Dropping straight back is a run. Gain of 2 for Campbell. Wistrom on the tackle. Let's see if the Oilers use a conservative offense. Let's see what they do. Hands the ball off. Hands the ball to Campbell. That's a good gain around the end. He has a big gain and scores. Earl Campbell takes the ball around the end on an option end week. He hit the sideline and he still has that speed and power. His legs took him all the way. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Earl Campbell. And the Oilers just open that lead up bigger. This time it's a 66-yard touchdown run. And the Oilers take a 5-6-13 lead. The extra point is good, and it's 26-13 with 6:46 to play here in the third period. Rams take the ball now. Here comes Warner without Falk. This is going to have to be a shootout. Warner's going to have to do something on his own here. He drops straight back. He looks, catches. Good catch there by Holcomb. Gain of 6. Fullback out of the backfield. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 Rams. Let's see if they can. Oh, play action. Big catch. Isaac Bruce. Gain of 12. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. 5.5 to play in the third. Oilers with a 13-point lead. Warner, I formation. Hands the ball back off. Again, let's see who they got here. Big gain. That's Robert Holcomb for 6. Again, they're using Holcomb as their main running back, but number 88 is now out. So one of their big name wide receivers is out. What do you call timeout? Timeout is called. Whoops, sorry. Let me run it. 1st down and 10. So Robert Holcomb, gain of 8 again. Unbelievably. Holcomb is getting this many yardage. I'm going to open up my roster here so I can see who the injured parties have been. Marshall Faulk, we know, is out for the rest of the half. Well, that was up there for the Rams. Lorenzo Styles is out for the rest of the game. Torrey Holt is out for the rest of the half. So let's be going overtime. He is not going to return. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on name so I can see the injuries better. And then we'll go ahead and go back to computer versus computer play. 4:46 to play in the third. Rams trying to drive it here. Getting, a fumble out of the snap. They jump on it, but the Rams still have it. 2nd and 12 from midfield. 4:13 to play in the third period. Rams step back. Throws a big time. Oh, he is sacked. That's a huge sack by Robert Brazil, the all-pro linebacker. 3rd and 19. The Oilers getting pressure on Kurt Warner. Let's see if the Rams can do something here. Dropping straight back, hits the running back, gain of 10 for Roland Williams. But they're going to have to punt it back here. Down 13 is a bad punt. Oh, a bad punt by the Rams. The Oilers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 32 with 3 minutes to play. Hands it back off to Campbell. Campbell for 2. Grant Wistrom on a tackle, about 2.5 to play in the third. It is a 26-13 Houston Oiler lead. I formation. Hands it back to Campbell. Stop, gain of 5. That is Bray Bly on the tackle. 3rd and 3 from their own 39. 26-13 Houston. Dropping back, I formation. Hands the ball back to him. Gets a huge 1st down. Campbell for 8. Troy Plusak on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 47. The Oilers are now starting to control the clock with the running game. Drive straight back, Pastorini. Man, he's going to try to run out of the pocket. He's trying to, and he gets stopped. Pastorini maybe lost one. That's considered a sack. Roy Agnew on the tackle. 2nd and 11. Let's see what the Oilers do here. Do the Rams bring the pressure? They're going to drop straight back. Pastorini, gets the 1st down. Mike Barber, the tight end. The classic tight end. 1st down and 10 from the Ram 43-yard line. Oilers control the ball. This will be the last play of the third period. Play action pass. Pastorini looks incomplete to Renfro, and we have played 3 periods here at St. Louis, the TWA Dome. It's 26-13 Houston. So far, 294 to 309. Rams holding the offensive edge. The Rams have 207 yards rushing. Remember, they're getting it from without Marshall Faulk right now. The Oilers have 156, including a 66-yard run from Campbell. The Oilers quarterbacks, Pastorini is 12 of 22. The Rams have had 2 quarterbacks play, 13 of 20. Most of the yards have been sacks, though. Oilers have been sacked 8 times. The Rams have been sacked 4 times. We'll look at that more later. Let's go to the fourth, 26-13 Houston. Dropping straight back. Again, play action a little bit. Throws caught over the middle. That could be Kenny Burrow, and it was 20 yards. Pastorini to Burrow. 1st and 10 for the Rams, 23. The Oilers coming out fast here, trying to get a big first down. Dropping straight back. Play action. Pastorini. Renfro unable to make the catch. 2nd down. A field goal here puts him down by 16. No 2-point conversion. So that would put him 3 scores down, something you don't want. 2nd down, hands the ball back and strings them out. Good play there by Grant Wistrom. He's been the spy out there for Campbell. 3rd and 8. They need to stop him here. First, probably in an automatic range for a field goal. Let's see what Pastorini does. Dropping straight back, looking at caught. Mike Renfro for 16 yards. Todd Late on the tackle, and Pastorini again with a huge gain on this Ram defense. We'll see what they do here. Hands the ball off to Campbell. Only gets, that's Tim Wilson for 2 yards. Gave it to the fullback. 2nd down from the 3. Letting this clock run a little bit, so they're not in a hurry. Let's see what they do. They're going to drop straight back. Looking. Touchdown. Touchdown. Oilers. Love you, blue. The Oilers on a touchdown. Dan Pastorini drops it off to Tim Wilson for a gain of 3. And the Oilers surprising the Rams here, 33-13. The Rams will take this kickoff down by 20 in a must-score situation. Warner comes out. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Here comes Kurt Warner. Drop straight back. Play action. And dropped it is Ricky Prohl out of my neck of the woods from Hillsborough, New Jersey. Went to Wake Forest. So again, they're without Torrey Holt for the rest of the game. 2nd down, up the middle. Throws it, and he's sacked by by James Young. Newcomb on a tackle. 3rd and 8. The Rams did not be running the football much here. They have to be able to throw. Oilers know that. They're dropping back, though. Let's see what happens. Big catch and a 1st down. Isaac Bruce, gain of 11. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. The Rams will play. We'll show you the next game, which will probably, I think, is Chargers and Broncos. That'll be the next time we're together. That will be, again, I'm trying to show the doubleheaders from the classic NFL era and then the Monday night game. You'll probably get the Chargers Broncos, I believe, was the Monday night game from this season I'm using. Again, I'm using the current. And an intercepted by the Oilers. And that one could really seal the deal for Houston. A huge intercepted. That is Steve Bumgarner. And the Oilers will get it. 1st down and 10 from the Ram 48-yard line. Wow, love you, blue. The Oilers just looking strong in this opening matchup. Hands the ball up the middle for Campbell for 4. London Fletcher being quiet in this one. It's now a 2nd and 6. Dropping straight back now. This time, let's see what they do. Pastorini looking incomplete to Mike Renfro. 3rd and 6. Let's see if the Oilers get off the field quicker. They find a way to get a 1st down and keep this clock running. They look to get it. Let's see if Pastorini does. Dropping straight back, looking incomplete to Burrow, and the Rams will hold off and they'll get the ball back with a little bit of a chance. And it goes in the end zone. Another poor punt by this Oilers team. And the Rams will get it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Next time I'll make a snapshot of the teams I'm using for this league and show you guys in case you're wondering who's being used in the NFL Challenge Greatest Teams League. This game was used in the Dream season from ESPN from years ago. Dropping straight back, looking at a sack. Nope, he gets the room. What a catch by Ricky Kroll. New Jersey zone. 1st and 10 from the 34 for him. So the Bears get a big first down. Offside Oilers, 1st and 5. 9 minutes to play. The Rams trying to get something going here. Dropping straight. Let's see. Gets up the middle. Big gain of 4 for Robert Holcomb. He's been the running back since Falk's been out. Oilers have outscored the Rams 14-3 here in the second half. Control a 20-point lead. Up the middle is Holcomb. Gets the first down, but keeps the chains moving. Well, you're going to need to score in a hurry here. 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Rams cannot afford one of these long drives. Drop back is Warner. Incomplete the throw. 2nd down. This is where you miss. This is where you miss Corey Holt. He's out for the remainder of the game. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. 8 minutes to play. Dropping straight back, looking at a great catch there again. Ricky Kroll, New Jersey zone. Game of 36, 1st and 10 from the opponent's 17-yard line. And the greatest show on turf still have something left. Up the middle's Holcomb for 3. Don't want to be running a lot of those. You want to use your time. I'm going to probably put it back in human mode and go for that onside kick. I don't think the computer would. You have to try to go for it here. Up the middle again, not a great call. Holcomb for 5. You're getting yardage. If you want to score, give yourself time. Rams trying to see if they can score here. 3rd down, up the middle. If you get it, incomplete. You don't go for a field goal here. So now you don't go for a field goal here. I will take over as the coach of the Rams. That is going to be a 4th and 2. Now, do you run the ball against this Oilers defense? What do you do? I know where the 4-7 goes. I think I know where the 2-7 goes. But you know what? I want my number 1 receiver. So I'm gonna try to roll around and do a 3-7. Let's see if I can send Warner out. Let's see if he makes the catch here. Looking. Incomplete is Bruce, and the Oilers will take over. And that ought to do it here in St. Louis for the TWA Dome. No flights allowed here. The Oilers and Lugia Blue come in wearing their blue uniforms on a September afternoon. Get a big first down. Mike Barber, gain of 11. 1st and 10 from the 20. The Rams come in. Here come the Oilers, and they'll hand the ball off to Campbell. He gets 5. Collins on the tackle with 7 minutes left to play here in the ball game. 20-point lead for the Oilers. Up the middle, is there going to be a first down for Campbell? Gain of 5. Fresh set of downs for the Oilers. Oilers with less than 6 minutes to play. We'll take a look at some stuff here. We can. Less than 6. Up the middle is going to be 3. Those who want to, only one person here, but you know what? I will go ahead and see if I can bring up I'll go and see if I can bring my screen up with the teams available. And then you'll be able to see who's available. And a huge sack there by Billy Jenkins. Pastorini's outright mug. And he should have been arrested for that crime. Oh, Pastorini was knocked to the field hard on that one. Dropping straight back at Pastorini, and he's sacked again. So Pastorini, unsportsmanlike conduct from the Rams. That's an automatic first down. That has been the Rams' penalties all day long. The Rams today, 8 penalties, 89 yards. And now the Houston Oilers taking it down the last 4 minutes. Up the middle again. It's going to be Campbell, gain of 6. Where is he right now in the running game? Campbell, 27 carries, 181. Falk had 162 when he went out. Campbell coming in. The big running day today will definitely put the other running backs at notice. 3rd and 3 right now for the Oilers. 3 minutes to play in this football game. See if the Oilers keep the ball on the ground. They do. Back to Campbell on a first down. Gain of 7. And more, that the 2-minute warning. It's Houston 33 and the Rams 13. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Hands the ball back off to Campbell, and Campbell gets 11 and a first down. Holy smokes, the Oilers are just running up the middle like crazy. Campbell again for 4. The Ram defense cannot stop them. They're probably not going to call a timeout here. 2nd and 6. The clock is running on the Rams. They're running out of time. And a huge first down by Campbell, and that should be the ball game here in St. Louis. Bum Phillips takes off his headset. He gets congratulated by his staff, and this football game is over. Final score, Oilers 33, Rams 13. Let's go ahead and look back at the main stats. Oilers 25-19. I'm probably not going to get far after this. I'll probably zap me out of this, but we'll do our best. 389 to 384 for the Rams. The Oilers 214 yards rushing, while the Rams 226. It was Pastorini 16 of 29, but he took a lot of sacks, unfortunately. That went against his passing game. 163 yards passing for the Rams quarterback. Again, Warner was out for a brief period of time, and you see the penalties there. 4 turnovers by the Rams. That did them in also, as the Houston Oilers win week 1, 33-13. Let's take a look at what we're going to be doing schedule-wise here on the channel. The first game you're going to have, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. It will be, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do Chargers and Ravens, because normally I'm using the schedule from 81. It says Browns. They became the Ravens. So we're going to get Chargers, Ravens here on the channel. So that should be a beauty and a slobber knocker. The Air Fouts offense taking on the Ravens slobber knocker defense. That should be a good one. Let's see if Trent Dilfer can outduel Dan Fouts, and we'll see what happens when we see you again. Thank you, folks, for an exciting evening. Oilers win this 33-13. I appreciate the 3 thumbs up. Thank you very much. If you have not subscribed, please do so. We will see you again on a Monday night, where it will be the San Diego Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you again.